already been provided through the guidelines that we issued recently, and the students from the month of July have been piloted, have been informed of how to select, and in fact they have already done the selections. The selection will be based on the competency of the student, the marks that they've gotten, the assessments that have been done. And remember, this particular examination had 60%. Previously, what they have done through their study in junior school would be amounting to 40, will account for 40%. So there is a placement criteria that has already been developed and which has been explained to the students and which they use to select the schools depending on their strength and their pathways. Placements will also depend on the available spaces in those schools. Some schools will be providing the 3 pathways, other schools will provide the 2 pathways. So that is how it's being done, and once we start the placement where students need to change or transfer, there is room to do that, and that discussion will be available to them so that no student will be sad. Remember, this is the first transition, so being the first transition, it will have a few teething problems, but our teams are already been trained and they are available to ensure that those issues are resolved to the benefit and to the advantage of the student. Once we have these numbers, we then position for capitation early based on the numbers that we have, because the policy is clear. If you have students in high school, the amount should be 22,240. In junior school is 15,000, and in primary is 1,540. So once we submit this early, then we will be able to receive the capitation early, so that the students, once the schools open, the capitation will already be in place. We had a challenge before because the numbers were not clear, but now we have cleaned our data and we have the correct numbers of the students in primary, junior, and senior school, which we are going to use to rely on to make the requisition for the capitation. And that's going to be done as early as next week, so that by the time schools open, the capitation will be in schools. Those are some of the things we are working very closely with National Treasury to ensure that we avoid those delays where capitation comes late in schools.